showed you a healthier way to be a man without saying it directly? Um, who? The answer is nobody. Even though I've said that my dad is my of course my father figure and my somehow a role model, there's of course no one is perfect. So my dad has of course his his own challenges, his own difficulties, his own flaws, and the he as a man, I he's really like old school. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't blame him because it's all the fault of my grandparent, his dad. And we have evolved because the way my dad raised me was more gentle, more kind, more free, and more affectionate affectionate than what his dad did with him and his brothers and family. And I don't blame my grandparent either because we are all victims of our circumstances and our environment and the people around us and the place we there's a lot of factors and parameters that we can't control, and tragically or sadly those parameters or factors, they shape us, and it's just a tragedy that they they lived in the time they lived, or mm, the world, the people around them, the beliefs of the people around them. So I'm the first generation to be conscious about all these factors, all the wrongdoing and the good the good things, how to, of course, because I'm judging the past with the wisdom of today, so I'm able to tell what things were definitely wrong and what things were a little bit right. So who showed me a healthier way to be a man without saying it directly? Mm, like I said, no one, because my dad, he the way he is because of his dad. But even though his dad, he always told me that how hard my grandparent was with him, with his mom, with his brothers, how really distant and a little bit cold, and that and that think made him raise me in a different way. And he did. He raised me in a more kind and gently way. But there's something. He has a few things that my grandparent gave him or give him, because of course he was his childhood. People don't really realize the impact that they have in their children and the next generation. They're just careless about that. Like, there's just a few people who really know the value and the impact that they could have in their next generation. And my dad was a little bit aware of that. So that allowed me to have this awakening of moral ethics, like my own way. Because when I talk about values, morals, ethics, I'm not talking about what society value, what society thinks is good, what the beliefs of society are. I have my own, and I have came up with them just by reflecting, thinking, and contemplating, observing things, people, and just, of course, I've been inspired by people or ideas, and who showed me a healthier way to be a man. No one who is alive or exists in real life. And what I'm trying to say is, I've learned how to be, or how could I be a healthier, a better man, or a healthier way to be a man is through literature, books, even comics and manga. Like, fictional men has taught me how to be a man, those heroic values or standards. Like, this sounds silly or dumb, but hear me out, because if you really remove everything that makes a comic, manga, or whatever cartoon, what makes it be childish, like when you focus on the substance and not the form, when you allow your eyes to see beyond what is in front of you, when you start to see the core of these things, the ideas behind, the concepts, how they portrayed a man who is wise, who is kind, who is strong, but a man who is not perfect, a man who struggled in life, a man who has his challenges, not only personal challenges, emotional challenges. Inner conflicts. In literature, like books, I've read a few books. I like to read I don't consider myself a reader because how little I do read, but I read from time to time when I need or when I want. And for example, last year, 2025, um, I read around 26 or 28 books. I'm not sure. I don't remember because there's a few that I didn't finish. I don't know why. I don't remember. My goal was 52 books, like one book per week. But of course, I didn't reach my goal. But still, 26 is a little bit decent, a decent number, I feel. And the thing is, you can watch and observe other people's life and history, even if they are fictional. They move you, they connect with you, and that's the way I'm learning how to be a better man.